Shalom and welcome to Yeshiva B'nai Noach. I'm Tom Averna, and this is the beginning biblical Hebrew course. Continuing in chapter 17, Reversing Bob, exercise 2, the second video of exercises. So this is exercise 6, substitution exercise. Hopefully this has gotten easier to do as we've continued through the process. So as I've done before, I will read the Hebrew and then translate and then begin with the substitution sentences. So number 1, Vayomer Yosef el Bnei Yisrael, Eshma et kolchem ve'aniti etchem. So Joseph said, get my pointer here, Joseph said to the children of Israel, I will hear your voice, and I will answer you. You being masculine plural. So substituting in Aleph, Vayomer Yosef el Bnei Israel, Nishma et kolchem ve'aninu etchem. So Joseph said to the children of Israel, we will hear your voice, and we will answer you. Substitution bet. Vayomer Yosef el Bnei Israel, Yishme'u et kolchem ve'anu etchem. So Joseph said to the children of Israel, they will answer your voice. They will hear your voice, and they will answer you. Gimel, Vayomer Yosef el Bnei Yisrael, Hi tishma et kolchem ve'anta etchem. So Joseph said to the children of Israel, she will hear your voice, and she will answer you. Dalet, Vayomer Yosef el Bnei Yisrael, Yishma et kolchem ve'ana etchem. Joseph said to the children of Israel, he will hear you, will hear your voice, and he will answer you. Sentence number 2. Vayamod ha-malach sham, vayiftach et piv, vayomer divrei kodesh elehem. So the messenger, the messenger stood there, and he opened his mouth, and he said the words of holiness to them. Aleph, Amadti Sham V'aftach et pi Vayomar Divrei Kodesh Eleihem. So instead of the messenger here, we have simply, I stood there and I opened my mouth and I said words of holiness to them. And substitution bet, Ve'amdu achei Ruth sham vayiftechu et pihem vayomru divrei kodesh eleihem. So the brothers of Ruth stood there, and they opened their mouth and they said words of holiness to them. Gimel. V'ta'amod sham v'tiftach et picha v'tomer divrei kodesh eleihem. So, and you stood there and you opened your mouth. Again, this is would be you masculine singular. You opened your mouth and you said words of holiness to them. Dalet. V'na'amod sham v'niftach et pinu v'nomer divrei kodesh eleihem. And we stood there, and we opened our mouths, and we said words of holiness to them. Sentence number 3. Ba'et ha'milchama shalach Yaakov mea ish למלכו וגם לקח לחם לכל נפש אשר עוד b'chaim. So in the time of the war, Jacob sent 100 men to his king, and also took bread for every person who was still alive or with life. Aleph. Beit ha-milchama shalachti anochi mea ish lemalchi vegam לקחתי לחם לכל נפש אשר עוד בחיים. So in the time of the war, I sent 100 men to my king, and also I took bread for every person who was still alive. Bet. Beit ha-milchama shalachnu anachnu mea ish למלכנו וגם לקחנו לחם לכל נפש אשר עוד בחיים. So in the time of war, we sent 100 men to our king, and also we took bread for every person who was still alive. Gimel. B'et hamilchama shalchu ha-melachim mea ish למלכם וגם לקחו לחם לכל נפש אשר עוד בחיים. So in the time of war, the messengers sent 100 men to their king, and also they took bread for every person who was still alive. Dalet. Beit ha-milchama שלחת אתה 100 איש למלכך וגם לקחת לחם לכל נפש אשר עוד בחיים. In the time of the war, you sent 100 men to your king, and also you took bread for every person who was still alive. Hey. בעת המלחמה שלחתם אתם 100 איש למלככם, וגם לקחתם לחם לכל נפש אשר עוד בחיים. In the time of war, you, masculine plural, sent 100 men to your king, and also you took bread for every person who was still alive. Sentence number 4. Hamelech od chai v'shamar et piv et yado v'et rosho ach lo yishmor et libo. So the king is still alive, and he will guard his mouth, his hand, and his head, but he will not guard his heart. Aleph, Ani od chai v'shamarti et pi et yadi v'et roshi ach lo eshmor et libi. So I am still alive, and I will guard my mouth, my hand, and my head, but I will not guard my heart. Bet. Ata od chai v'shamarta et picha et yadcha v'et roshcha ach lo tishmor et libecha. So you, masculine singular, are still alive, and you will guard your mouth, your hand, and your head, but you will not guard your heart. Gimel. Atem od chai ushmartem et pichem et yadchem v'et roshchem ach lo tishmeru et libchem. So you, masculine plural, are still alive, and you will guard your mouth and your hand and your head, but you will not guard your heart. Dalet. Ha-melachim od chai v'shamru et pihem et yadam v'et rosham ach lo yishmeru et libam. So the messengers are still alive, and they will guard their mouth and their hand and their head, but they will not guard their heart. Hey, אנחנו עוד חי ושמרנו את פינו, את ידינו ואת ראשנו, אך לא נשמור את ליבנו. So we are still alive, and we will guard our mouth, our hand, our head, but we will not guard our heart. Number 5. אם אבי עוד חי, אני אקח אותו עתה עמי לביתי, ועשיתי לו 100 דברי זהב. So if my father is still alive, I will take him now with me to my house, and I will make for him 100 things of gold. Aleph. אם אביך עוד חי אתה, תיקח אותו אתה עמך לביתך, ועשית לו 100 דברי זהב. So if your father is still alive, you will take him now with you to your house, and you will make for him 100 things of gold. So you had to change this because of this. Bet. Im אביה עוד חי רחל, תיקח אותו אתה עמה לביתה, ועשת לו 100 דברי זהב. So if her father is still alive, Rachel will take him now to her house, and she will make for him 100 things of gold. And Gimel, Im Aviv od chai Yosef, Yikach oto ata imo leveto v'asa lo mea divrei zahav. So if his father is still alive, Joseph will take him will take him now with him to his house, and he will make for him 100 things of gold. Dalet. Im Avinu od chai, anachnu nikach oto ata imanu levetenu ve'asinu lo mea divrei zahav. So if our father is still alive, we will take him now with us to our house, and we will make for him 100 things of gold. Hey, im avichem od chai atem tikhu oto ata imachem levetchem v'asitem lo mea divrei zahav. So if your father is still alive, you will take him now to your, and by the way, this is you masculine plural, to your house, and you will make for him 100 things of gold. Sentence number 6. V'sham'u b'nei Israel et mishpatei Avraham v'kein ya'asu otam. So the children of Israel, and the children of Israel will hear the judgments of Abraham, and thus they will do them. Aleph. V'shema'ata ata et mishpatei Avraham v'kein ta'aseh otam. So you, and you will do, let's try that again. And you will hear the judgments of Abraham, and thus you will do them. Bet. V'shama'a Sarah et mishpatei Avraham v'kein ta'aseh otam. And Sarah will hear the judgments of Abraham, and thus she will do them. Gimel. V'shama hu et mishpatei Avraham v'kein ya'aseh otam. And he will hear the judgments of Abraham, and thus he will do them. Dalet. V'shamanu anachnu et mishpatei Avraham v'kein na'aseh otam. And we will hear the judgments of Abraham, and thus we will do them. Hey. Ush matem atem et mishpatei Avraham v'kein ta'asu otam. So you, masculine plural. You will hear the judgments of Abraham, and thus you will do them. Sentence number 7. Vayelech hu le'iro vayar sham nashim rabot vayeda acharei ken ki hena gam nashim ra'ot. So he went to his city, and he saw there many women, and afterwards, he knew that they were also bad women. All right. So Aleph. Va'elech anochi le'iri va'ere sham nashim rabot v'eda acharei ken ki hena gam nashim ra'ot. So Anochi, I went to my city, and I saw there many women, and afterwards I knew that they were also bad women. Bet Vatelech Naomi le'ira vaitire sham nashim rabot vateda achariken ki hena gam nashim raot. And Naomi went to her city, and she saw there many women, and she knew afterwards, and afterwards she knew that they were also bad women. Gimel. Vayelech Yosef le'iro vayar sham nashim rabot vayeda acharei ken ki hena gam nashim raot. And Joseph went to his city, and he saw there many women, and afterwards he knew that they were also bad women. Sentence number 8. Adon ha-milchama ya'amod im harbo beyado ve'im kavod bilvavo leolam vayed. So the Lord of War will stand with his sword in his hand, and with his honor, and with honor rather, in his heart forever and ever. Aleph, ani ya'amod im charbi beyadi ve'im kavod bilvavi leolam vayed. So I will stand with my sword in my hand, and with honor in my heart forever and ever. And let's take a look now at Bet. Ata ta'amod im charbecha beyadecha ve'im kavod belevavcha leolam vayed. So you will stand with your sword in your hand and with honor in your heart forever and ever. Gimel. Atem, this was you masculine singular, of course, and this is you masculine plural. Atem ta'amdu im charabchem biyadchem ve'im kavod belevavchem leolam vayed. So you will stand with your sword in your hand and with honor in your heart forever and ever. Dalet. Hema, they, Hema, ya'amdu im charbam, beyadam ve'im kavod levavam leolam vayed. So they will stand with their sword in their hand and with honor in their heart forever and ever. All right, this is exercise 7 from page 173. Now, I would probably normally skip this one, but I thought, again, for the sake of exercise, I would skip this on the video. I would recommend that you do it on your own, but let's go through this together on this. So again, the purpose is you fill in the blank with the proper pronoun and referring back to the previous sentence. So let's go ahead and read through. We'll go through it as we do it. So the first part of the sentence is this one: Vayomer Moshe el bnei Israel zot haTorah. So and Moses said to the children of Israel, "This is the Torah." So that's the main sentence. Now, rewrite it using pronouns rather than the noun and to replace it. And so the sentence that they give you is Amar Moshe blank zot haTorah. So in here, so we want this to refer back to the children of Israel. So to them, right? To them. So Amar Moshe, Moses said to them, Elohem zot haTorah. This is the Torah. You see what we're doing here? So again, the pronoun here refers back to whatever noun seems to belong in that place. So that would be here, the children of Israel. So the next sentence is Haya Kali HaKodesh al HaMizbeach Vayehi. Well, that's the first sentence. HaMizbeach. So the translation is there was the vessel of holiness, or the holy vessel, on the altar. Okay, that's the main sentence. Now, the next one they give you is Vayehi Kali HaKodesh blank. So, and there is the vessel of holiness. So we're replacing now with on the altar, with alive rather, on it. Okay. Next sentence: Vayomer Hadam lifnei sharei hakodesh, and the man stood before the gates of holiness. And the new sentence they give you is Amad Ha'adam blank. So a man, or rather the man, stood. So we're going to be replacing before the gates of holiness with a pronoun. So the man stood before them, referring to the gates of holiness. Does that make sense? All right, let's finish it up. All right, and let's take the next one. This is number 5, I believe. So, V'yatzanu min ha-midbar v'amadnu acharei harim. So, the sentence is, and we will go out from the wilderness, and we will stand behind the mountains. So now you're going to be replacing two nouns or noun phrases with pronouns. So netzeh, we we will go out. So we're going out from the mountains, so we need to replace that. Menu from it. We will go out from it. Again, doesn't quite make sense this way, but this is just the practice. And then, Nalmad, we will stand. And what are we standing? We're standing behind the mountains. So here we have Acharehem. We will stand behind them, referring to the mountains. Okay? And then the next one, number 6. B'chol shana hu ana et aviv b'divrei shalom. So every year he answered his father with words of peace. And then the new sentence is Vayan blank Vayomer divrei shalom. So, and he answered. Okay, so who did he answer over here? And he answered his father. So, and he answered him, Viomer, with words, and said, and he said, words, divrei shalom. So that stays the same. All right, so him just refers to the father. Last sentence. Vayar ki ha-chayim tovim im banim. So this is, and he saw that life, he saw that the life was a good one with his children. And this, there's several ways to translate this, I guess, but that makes the most sense. You could say, and he saw that there was a good life with children. But at any rate, better the first way. All right, so now the second part of the sentence is Hu Ra'ah Ki Ha-Chayim Tovim, and then blank. So this is he saw that the life was good with, and we're replacing now children, so with them, with them. Okay, so that's the fill in the preposition. It was just seemed like something we might want to go over, so hope that helped a little bit and didn't confuse more than it helped. So that was exercise 7, page 173, and that finishes up these exercises for this video. So in the next video, we will take a look at Tall Tales and the Book of Ruth as we finish up chapter 17, the reversing Vav in your first Hebrew primer, 3rd edition. Thanks for sharing this video with me, and we'll see you back next time. For Yeshiva B'nai Noach, I'm Tom Averna. Shalom.